unusual about Andres' speech tonight. One was the length. Almost never do we hear a 15 to 20 minute speech. Some of the other things that were unusual about the speech tonight, there's the setting. Almost never does somebody sit in a chair for most of the speech. So I also want to do kind of an unusual thing for the evaluation tonight, and that is, instead of me standing up here and telling you what I thought of Andres' speech, I'd like to ask you guys what you thought of Andres' speech. In particular, I'd like to, one of the questions in the evaluation is, did the speaker inspire the audience? Describe briefly what techniques were used. How could they be improved? So raise your hand if you thought that Andres' speech was inspirational. Okay, so you got most of it. Okay. So okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got distracted. Raise your hand again if you thought that Andres' speech was inspiring. Okay. So
less hands.
Yeah. Describe briefly what techniques were used. So what was he doing that you found inspiring about his speech? Let's ask for volunteers. What did you think was inspiring about his speech?
Yes. On his thinking chair, he was. He made us also thinking about our life, our wishes. Also, I think with him, my life.
Okay.
Yes, this was inspiring, I think.
Okay. And then one of the other questions was, how could they be improved? So what was Andres doing tonight that, how are some of the ways that he could improve what he did tonight?
I should think. So hard question. Maybe while thinking, I think to give the feel, he speak a little bit, not much louder, maybe much louder.
Okay. Okay,
So hard.
Speak louder then.
Maybe.
Okay. Other volunteers. Somebody else who thought that the speech was inspiring. What did you find inspiring about it? Yes, Ertuğrul.
I find him to be sincere and honest. Well, I think he does really have a thinking chair at home. Not chair, but he has some things there. And then the other thing was, it was like a flow of the mind. He didn't stop at any time what the thoughts come to his mind. So it was like a theater show. Whatever came to his mind, he just spoke up there. It was very inspirational.
And Ertuğrul, what was one of the things that you thought that he could have done better in the speech tonight?
He could have added some more personal stories, maybe, I think, that came to his mind. But I think if that would distract his flow to my thing, he just fixed it.
Okay. I have the red light. I'm going to go over though because we have another volunteer. Yes.
I don't have a thinking chair, but I stare at the ceiling when I'm thinking. But what I found really inspirational with your talk was that you were out loud. And I don't know if you're thinking out loud in your chair at home, but it almost encouraged me to verbalise my fears, my thoughts, my dreams. So in that sense, I was like, you know what, when I'm staring at the ceiling tonight, I'm going to think out loud too. So for me, the fact that you were able to voice it, because when you voice something, it becomes that much more real. You hear it, you hear your own voice, and I didn't realise how powerful that was until it came from you. I agree with Adturul. How it could have been improved was that perhaps personalise the story a little bit more, because it makes it memorable for everybody else. The questions that you posed for yourself, I was posing to myself. What are my dreams? What do I want to do with my life? When I get to 50, if I get there, am I going to feel like I've achieved that, crossed off that from my bucket list? So thank you very much, and I think it was really phenomenal.
So I have the red light, and I have gone over. So not so. I imagine that when I got up here to do this, that we were going to get through more than 3 opinions. We barely got through 3 opinions, and I have the red light. So I pretty much failed.
You don't have it.
Thank you very much, Albert. So and thank you for.
I have a suggestion. In a couple of minutes, we're going to have the voting, and during that, we're going to need someone on the stage to do something while the vote counting is in progress. Would you like to ask for more opinions about?
Sure.
Okay, great. Before that, though, I would like to ask Hayal, how did we do? Sorry, timer. Are we?
Claudia and Arlene were qualified. Matt was slightly over time.
Matt and everybody.
Okay. Can you please make a vote for the best evaluator? Claudia and Arlene.
Question for you. In most of his speeches in the past, Andreas uses you a lot. When he's speaking, he's talking to the audience. Tonight, almost exclusively, he was talking to himself, and so he didn't get to use you very much. I don't know, how did you guys feel about that? Did you find his speech tonight less engaging for that reason, or was this internal dialogue that he had going on, was it interesting for you guys? What did you think about it?
You want to stand up or?
Sure, whatever you like.
Well, I thought it was good that he used you, because it was like he's saying he has self-doubt. He's kind of like that everybody does, which I thought was good. And the thing I would have changed would be what other people said, just more examples.
Okay.
It's kind of abstract, so, yeah.
Okay. And then Hanane has had her hand up many times this evening. So at some point I'm going to call on you, which is right now.
All right. Actually, I did like the speech of Andreas, despite the fact that he was not using the you, but when he was thinking, when he was asking these questions, personally I was asking myself these questions too, but the most important thing that I liked is the fact that in the end he gave us some tools to use, like the 5 daily things that we should do daily to achieve our vision. Talking about vision, about all the steps that you were writing, helped us not to be lost in the story, which is personal. In the end, everyone has these steps to follow in order to find himself
20 push-ups.
All right, so do we have another second? Okay. So I